Good day everyone, welcome to Knowbros, the show where we talk about things that pique our interest.
With summer coming to an end, it's your last chance to go out and hit the lake, or ocean, or whatever body of water happens to be near you.
If you do happen to go, keep a lookout for these 5 weird creatures, found only underwater.
We both looked up our own choices for the weirdest underwater creatures and made a list for you, the viewers, to decide which creature is the weirdest. Alright Sumner, what did you find?
Well, the first up on my list is a Pacific black dragon.
That sounds amazing.
Not really. They're quite scary. Well, at least the females.
Okay.
So, they live in the Pacific Ocean, hence the name.
Makes sense.
They live around 6,000 feet deep. So, they're not much of a threat to us. I mean, unless you get down that deep.
That's good.
Their prey is small crustaceans or small fish. Here's what one looks like. Their males have a pretty short lifespan. They pretty much grow, mate, die.
Awesome.
It's kinda like
so
that.
Literally they only live to mate.
Yep. And it's kind of like
Alright.
that one Tom Cruise movie, Live, Die, Repeat.
That would be terrible. Well, I mean, I guess you get a mate at least before you die.
Yeah, but the females, they actually have teeth. Unlike the males, they have a digestive system.
God.
Unlike the males, they grow up to a length of 60 centimeters, while males only grow up to 5.
Oh my god. So it's a warm.
Yeah. Yeah. That was from Chick.
All right.
Black dragon.
All right.
What's yours?
Well, Sumner, my first creature is the oarfish. Not like the oars, not like the oars you used to fish a boat, but an oarfish.
Can you use it as an oar?
You might be able
Like,
to, but
tie a
they're kind of
rope around
slimy.
it and
They're kind of slimy, and they kind of don't. They're kind of not as strong as an oar. But they are the world's longest bony fish. They can be up to 56 feet long and can weigh up to 600 pounds.
It's huge.
That's humongous.
Yeah.
Almost like an onyx
Not quite.
in water.
Yeah.
But
Water onyx.
but less deadly. They don't have teeth, and their skin is very fragile. They don't eat other fish. They only feed on organisms. So they have little gill rakers that they use to suck on organisms, and that's what they feed on. They are said to forecast earthquakes, though.
How's that?
I won't.
Okay.
Oarfish have been a part of Japanese folklore for a long time. They're often credited with successfully predicting earthquakes. Right before an earthquake occurs, oarfish begin to wash up ashore even though they're deep-sea creatures. Japanese scientist Kiyoshi Wadatsumi claims that deep-sea fish living near the bottom of the ocean are more sensitive to the movement of active faults. That's why they begin to wash up when the faults begin to move, signaling an oncoming earthquake.
That's pretty good. But I got something that will blow that out of the water.
Alright,
You
hit
know
me.
what that is? That is a blobfish.
A blobfish?
It's like if you take a fish and take a hammer and hit it in the face and like smash it, and it turns into a blob. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
It looks so sad. Alright, so the reason why the blobfish is like that is because it lives deep, so the gravity is 118 times higher, or not gravity, pressure is 118 times higher down there, so I guess it like squished it to make it look like a blob.
Alright, well that
And
makes
it
sense.
is lucky enough to be named the world's ugliest animal ever,
That's lucky?
I guess.
Alright.
So, blobfish are found off the coast of Australia and Tasmania, also New Zealand. They're not harmful to pretty much anything. They eat crabs and sea urchins, sea
See what?
pens,
See what?
and shellfish. I don't think they hunt, so I'm guessing that they eat dead ones.
Okay.
But my god.
Just look at that thing.
Man.
Poor fish.
Yeah.
Never even had a chance.
Alright, what do you have?
What I have for you is the anglerfish. and it's exactly what it sounds like. An angler, but a fish. It has a protruding kind of spine that comes out of its head that makes it look kind of funny, but it's a genius for this. Evolution was very kind to this fish. What it basically does is it glows in deep sea. It's pitch black, but with this protruding spine it glows from the bacteria. It produces bacteria that glows, and it causes fishes to come and investigate. And when they come and investigate, they die.
Over.
Yeah, it's over. It's just like a movie. You never go, never investigating. Anyways, they do have sharp teeth that they use to eat, of course. They also have a spiny tail that helps them swim fast and kind of make them look like, kind of make other fish come in. And they have that glowing lure. That's their biggest feature. Yeah, the thing that stands out the most. When you see this thing, you should probably run. Although they're not very dangerous to us because
we don't go that far down.
That, and they don't grow very big. There are different species of anglerfish, but most of them only grow not that big at all. All right, what do you have? What do you have?
The last one is unknown, I guess. It doesn't have a name yet. It was recently discovered. It's just like this purple orb. Here's what it looks like. They're still researching it, so there's not much information on it. There's a submarine or underwater lab called the Nautilus. They're constantly doing research on it, so...
Okay.
Yeah, but this thing's really weird. It might be a new species called a nudibranch. A new species of...
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah, they're related to the sea slug.
Okay.
And if you want to read up on a story on it, we... I'm gonna cut it right there.
Reset that line.
What?
If you want to read up...
If you want to read up more, our amazing writer, Skylar, has written a blog about it over on our page. If you want to go check that out.
He's very good with his words.
Yep. Blobs.
Whatever we can
Orcs.
find. Whatever creatures live underwater.
Fishy things.
But you guys decide which ones were the weirdest in the comments below. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see more videos, check us out every week.
Alrighty. Till next time.
Bye-bye.